we're going to have on tonight. I am super excited about. Jeff introduced me, Jeff Brown introduced me to Gilbert. Gilbert just gone through a battle of COVID, or we would have had him on here a couple of weeks earlier. But we had a conversation yesterday, I guess it was, and I was just absolutely blown away. I have not heard somebody with this particular testimony before. And I've been around here from the beginning, 3.5 years. And there's a little bit of a story here. So we're going to take a little bit extra time because I want you to understand who this gentleman is. This is somebody who's a very professional gentleman, but then guess what? He also shares a very dear passion of mine, which is flight. And he actually did some good work with people as well. And before I actually bring him on, I want to show you this real quick. This is something that he was doing back when he was 100% healthy. And he had started a program. This is Gilbert. He had started a program out here in the Denver area called Silver Wings, and he was helping the youth experience flight. And these kids' life were changed by this. Jeff has shared some stories with me over the last few weeks that is amazing. And some of these kids grew up to go into aviation and that. But the point of the story is this man has a real heart. He has a real soul. And then some bad things happened. He got into a really bad car accident where he ended up getting some brain injury. He didn't know it for a year. And all of a sudden, bad things started happening. And then he, later on down the road, I'm going to let him share this, but he went into a coma and stuff. But his life has changed since he's been on Swish. And so Gilbert, please, he's over in the Georgia area. And it has been an absolute pleasure to get to know you. And please, if you can unmute yourself there and just share a little bit about your journey with CILI. You get it? There it goes.
I think we got it.
Yeah, we got it. Go ahead, Gilbert.
Guys. Nice seeing you.
Same.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's interesting, but one of the things I want to say before I really get started was the hair. I got a problem with that. As you see, that fast hair growth, I wish it was a little slower. But anyway, I started this program with kids way back in 1998. And it was giving kids the opportunity to go flying. The program took off and I was very busy. I was having fun with it. In 2011, I was in my first car accident. But backing up before then, I have a rare lung disease that I found out that's called ABPA, allergic bronchial pulmonary aspergillosis. And with that, I have been intubated in the emergency room 5 times. So for me, if I get sick, I have asthma as well. If I get sick, I have to be very careful because I would wind up in the hospital on a respirator. This COVID incident had me very, very afraid because I had all the symptoms that they say if you have. From my perspective, I die. And I've been doing everything that I was supposed to do to protect myself from COVID. I got all the shots and I thought everything was fine. Jeff called me a couple of weeks ago and told me about CBD. Now, I as you mentioned, I was in Colorado and I was just starting to do those things for my brain injury in order to help heal my brain and everything, because my goal was to get back to flying. So Jeff started me on the CBD. A week later, man, I got COVID. And it was so mild. it was just like I had a cold. I went to the emergency room. They said I had COVID. They sent me home. So I came back home, took the medicine, kept swishing, and I started feeling a little better. So my bout with COVID took me 3 days to get better. I also have a back injury in which it gets me really painful. I had a laminectomy and I had epidural blocks to help me with that. The COVID brought back those pains again. And you have the video of me with my now wife, who was my nurse, feeding me. In that video, that's what happens when I get these back pains. I get the narcotics and I'm wiped out. With this and taking the CILI, I didn't get those back pains. I mean, I got the back pains, went to the emergency room, and my back is fine now. Usually I have to take the narcotics to get going again. But with the CILI, it's a lot better and I'm really enjoying it. Cognitively, my brain is doing stuff that I haven't been able to do in a while. I am so happy.
Let me just interrupt you really quick, Gilbert, because this is the important part of the story. And I neglected to really explain it. And first off, also, he is a real estate agent. He's done a bunch of different things in financials as well. Gilbert's a professional, and he lost a lot of that ability because of these car accidents that he underwent. And he had to learn how to walk again. He had to learn how to talk again. But what interested me in this conversation that we had yesterday, about 20 minutes of nonstop talking from Gilbert, he's like, I can't believe I'm talking like this. I could not have done this 2 weeks ago. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I couldn't. I was still in the brain fog. I was still trying to figure things out with my life. If I go on the computer, which I use a lot, I'm unable to see the screen and I start getting headaches. 5 minutes into the screen, I have a headache. So I had to walk away from that. So I couldn't do any type of work anymore. As in real estate, I couldn't read contracts. I couldn't understand what a contract was. My brain injury had me I had so much memory loss that I couldn't remember that I was a pilot. I couldn't remember all of my friends that I had. I am still in the process of putting that life back together. In fact, I have photographs of the events that I took back that I had to look at those photographs in order to remember the things that I'd done. I'm still getting in awe at what I've done because I don't remember them. And it's important that with CBDs and CBGs, the way they work on the body, and I'm a long way from understanding how it does, all I can truly say is how it affects me and the time that I'm able to even right now communicate with you. I couldn't do this 2 days ago because my mind wouldn't understand the things that I needed to do what I'm doing. It's like I'm doing it automatically now with the CILI. I can see how it is starting to affect my body, how it's starting to affect my mind. And I was a skeptic too, but this has been working. And I'm telling you, I'm enjoying the ride. And if there's anything that I can do to help out, I mean, I'm going all the way through to where I am going to start picking up, flying again and doing those other things that I used to do, because now I have that confidence. I have the medication that I need. And if I can say this briefly too, some of the medication that I take for my brain injury, if I have THC in my system, I don't get the medication. So with the CILI, as I was taking it, I got a urine test and it came back negative. So for me, oh man, for me, I can now take the CILI in confidence and still reduce those medications and things that I have been taking so that I can continue to do the things I have to do to get back on track again.
Now, let me ask you this, Gilbert. How has this changed you and your wife's life?
How has the CILI changed my wife? My wife
Come
used
on
to-
screen. There she is.
she used to she was my nurse. And you know, we have come together, and the things that I struggle with, she's a nurse, she's helped me with. So with the CILI, it has drawn us closer together, because we're going back every morning saying, have you swished yet?
I love it. I love it.
So we're doing this, and it has brought us together. And again, if it wasn't for that, we truly, I know I would not be on this call,
Oh,
because my brain is getting a lot better, and I'm getting more confident in doing those things. And as time progresses, I'm looking for more and bigger and better things now.
I'm excited to see what happens after you've been on this product for about 6 weeks. I know for myself and my wife, we notice big changes, and we're healthy individuals, and we notice big changes around the 6-week point. So it's going to be great to continue to check in with you, Gilbert. And what's your wife's name?
Absolutely.
What's your wife's name?
I'm Terry.
Hi, Terry. Nice to meet you. And thank you for sharing. Yes,
Thank
thank you guys both for sharing